Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. A bit of a surprise. I was not expecting anything from Piratech, but Piratech knives are welcome on this channel for a number of different reasons. Number one, HRC range. They always try to hit that stuff super high, and on top of that, they get it down to the absolute, like they put it on the card, the exact HRC, which is super cool. I love that a lot. I know that's really important to a lot of my viewers and a lot, especially people who spend a ton of money on pocket knives. It's a big deal to know exactly what type of performance you can expect to get out of your blades. Obviously, geometry plays a big role with that too, but HRC is really important. So I appreciate that with Piratech. Thanks to Piratech for sending this in, whatever it is. I honestly don't know. To my knowledge, they didn't tell me they were sending anything. I'll link whatever it is down in the description so that you guys can check it out. This is just an unboxing. I am not reviewing this product yet. I don't know what this is. We're going in blind. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. Typical Piratech box. Okay, the inside is as expected, still Piratech. This is stupid. It's a stupid line. S90V, see, this is what I'm talking about. 61.3 S90V is ridiculous. This is a Saga. Okay, so if you're new, S90V on its own is known for incredible edge retention, combined with, similar to M390 toughness, but incredible edge retention and still really good corrosion resistance. Even at 59 HRC, it'll still blow the doors off of pretty good M390. So at 61.3, if you know how HRC works, that's crazy. That's going to be a pretty crazy edge. So this is the Saga, I guess. It feels kind of heavy. So is this the new? Oh my. Oh, okay, all right, look at this. So we have, what the heck is this inlay? Is this, no, at first I thought it was transparent, like it was Ultim, but I believe this is, yes, Golden Dragon Scale Titanium. That's cool. That's right up my, oh man, that's cool. Oh god, oh look at this. Hold on. We're getting a lot of stuff coming together all at once. Oh man, high polished DLC. That's so cool. This is essentially, now this is not high polish. This is mirror. This is mirror DLC S90V. How sick is that? Oh my gosh, action superb. So this is, I've come to really love the Sabenza. I've come to really love it. It's still not, you know, and people tell me there's different ways to achieve like the fidgety action and all of that. Okay, fine. I actually have come around to enjoying the Sabenza for what it is, but this knife makes me, it really reminds me so much of the Sabenza. It has that super classy, it's nice, it's refined, it's fancy, but it still feels like a tool. Really appreciate that. Absolutely gorgeous in this case. Mirror polished DLC, but it'll scratch. No, it won't. It's DLC. If you don't know what DLC, downloadable content. Ha 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 ha. That's a funny joke. No, diamonds like carbon is what that stands for. It is true that, you know, a super high polished, really soft blade will scratch if you know, cut into something or rub up against something that is harder than the surface, or the pressure that you create with the blade increases, right? The pressure creates a hardness that exceeds the hardness of the surface, then yes, it will scratch. Harder the steel, the harder it is to scratch, right? This is pretty hard. 61 point, what did it say? 61.3? That's pretty crazy for S90V. Now, on top of that, we have a DLC coating. These typically get to be, what is it, 80 Rockwell? So, as I've demonstrated a lot on this channel, probably more than anybody on YouTube, because I kept going back and forth with people who thought that it was some sort of parlor trick. If you guys remember when I did those YouTube shorts and there were a bunch of like new people or oblivious people who just could not believe that it wouldn't scratch the blade, and I had to keep going back and forth and like altering my test to prove that I was not like I wasn't like a salesman or an advertiser for DLC. I was like, no, it actually is. This is how this works, right? I think I've actually got more videos up on YouTube than anybody else because of that. DLC, as most of you know, is insanely scratch resistant. It's crazy how much it will take to actually scratch DLC. So, for those of you who don't like to carry mirror polished knives because you're worried about it scratching, well, the DLC stuff is better. Now, it's still a fingerprint magnet, right? It's still going to do that. The nice thing is that paper towels are very common. It's not a limited, not at the moment, not a limited resource. Paper towels are, and other common, cleaning apparatusi are apparati? What's the plural form of apparatus? You guys, you tell me in the comments. All of that stuff is pretty common, so you can just wipe it off. I get it, though. Some people don't like a shiny blade. My guess, if you're like, well, that'd be neat if it wasn't golden dragon scale, that's totally fine. I bet they have other scales. I think probably so. I like that they put their name. Look how classy, right? Just a little bit. Oh, at first I thought it was maybe slightly under the scale, but it's okay. A little bit right there is totally fine. Very, very impressive. I think a lot of people are going to point out that they would have preferred that we had 2 magnetic scales and a sub frame lock. And honestly, I don't think that that's a bad idea. Perhaps in the future, you do a version of the Saga where you have the magnetic scale actually going over the top of the exposed frame lock. But there's nothing wrong with an exposed frame lock. In this case, we do actually have a steel lock bar. I mean, outside of the exposed frame lock just being an incredibly, we just have so many of them, right? And I get that. Relief cut on the inside, we have the steel lock bar insert that's doubling as the over travel. And that's good. That's what you want, right? But an absolutely gorgeous blade. Now, there will probably be versions of this that are just standard, non-DLC, and obviously non-mirror polished. There'll probably be versions of this that are non-DLC, but still mirror polished. And that means that the price on these is going to fluctuate a lot. So if you go and look this up and you see some crazy price tag, and you're like, oh my, yeah, it's probably because it's both DLC and mirror polished. The standard version of this, especially when you pick up a scale option that's not nearly, that maybe it's just a little more plain. This is actually textured, by the way. You're probably going to pay quite a bit less. Piratech knives are still expensive. It is not cheap to create something like this, and they do have, a little bit of an extra unique, they're not the only ones doing magnetic scales, but there's not a lot of the magnetic quick swap scales out there, so it is something extra that they have to machine, and of course they have to set the magnets into the scales, etc. So I wouldn't expect this to be, a base price of $200. I believe Piratechs tend to be a base price of around $300. I really like Piratechs. I've got 3 in my collection currently, and I'm a big fan of their cutting geometry and performance and all of that. So this is super cool. Like I said, not a review, just an unboxing and first impressions. If this warrants an additional full review, then of course you will see one. But for today, that's going to be it. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.